Okay, so while I start the demo session, you guys can ask the doubts. You can unmute yourself and ask the doubts if you have any. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
sure.
give you ample amount of time to discuss. So I guess you know all of you are already working in Excel
To some extent.
to some extent. Okay, that's good. So here in our Excel session, I'll teach you what all, either from the basics. So from the
Yeah,
basics, so whatever is covered in Excel. So it is probably, you could have worked on Excel for 10 years, or let's say you are a fresher, you don't know anything. So
correct.
for all these, so categorizing people, so we start from the basic, wherein we teach you all the technical words to be used in the program, and also some advanced options that we have in Excel. Now, let me share the screen to show you what exactly we teach. Okay. You can see here, these are some of the topics that we'll cover. I'll just take you through all the topics that we are going to cover in our Excel course over here. So we'll cover the basic part, so which takes the entire screen layout of Excel. What is there? What is the difference between different versions? And currently we are using Office 365 version, guys. Okay, so people who have any Excel version above or from 2010, still it is fine. So you can ask help to get the software installed as well. We provide support for that also. Okay, so we'll first start from the basic part. We'll teach you what are the different uh, options that are available in Excel with all the screen layout like this. So let me share it to you. I'm trying to open a new workbook. So now you can see here. So this is Office 365 version that we are going to use. So we'll let you know the difference between the different options that are available to us in all the different versions of Office that we have, and also the formulas that are generalized in category, different shortcuts. So all these things. So let me share the screen all together. That would, you know, yeah. So next, coming to this chapter, so you will be taught how to use different lists that are available to us, auto list and custom list. Okay, so let me show you an example how these can be used here. So we'll go here. Say auto lists are something already available in Excel to us. I'm just giving one example of that. How these things will be anyways taught to you in the class in detail. So suppose you want to quickly create a list of months that we have. So you can just type in the month name and drag it like this. So this will let us populate all the month names within Excel. So this is one of the topic there. That these are known as auto lists. So in the same manner, we'll also teach you how to create custom lists. Okay, lists of your own. Let's say you have an employee list or some product list that you have to populate in the same manner. We'll see how to prepare that, how to create those lists in Excel. And once you do so, you can utilize that in any Excel file that you have. So this is present in the second chapter that we have here. And the next one, see here, see we have different formattings to apply. So how to format your data, what are the shortcuts, how to quickly apply it, what are the different ways to do it. So this is our material, guys. This is how it will be designed, and we will be providing you these materials after each session. So whatever was covered for that particular session, we will be providing that material to you, the unsolved ones, for the practice purpose. And we can also provide you more and more assignments on all these sessions that we have. Okay, so we'll be
How many sessions it will be?
so max to max 15 sessions.
1 hour each?
Yeah, 1 hour each.
Okay.
So we are planning this on weekdays and weekends as well. So we'll let you know the schedules after the
Okay.
demo session. See,
Okay.
maybe we'll take another day to tell you. We have to discuss among the team and then we'll let you know about
Okay.
it. Okay. So, so this is one thing. So how to quickly apply format? Now let me show you. I want to quickly adjust the column width over here. So we use some shortcuts. See, and we use shortcuts to apply borders to get this window. Now I want to quickly apply some border to it. So how exactly to do these things? So like this, you can quickly how to apply these things with just few shortcuts if you get to know. So so these things are taught to you in the second chapter, and let me take you to another chapter here. So over here, so this is the most important one where we'll be teaching you see all the cell references and those things. I think I skipped one. See over here. So we also have copy paste. So how do we paste in different manners and those things, different paste special options that we have in Excel. So we'll be teaching you those things as well. And in references section, see this part especially, we'll be teaching you how to use the cell references. So there are different types of references available to us in Excel, and we'll be teaching you the difference between them. And these references are very much important for us to use it in the formulas. So this chapter has got a special place in the Excel course. So for you to master the formulas that you apply in Excel. So you need to know this chapter first of all. So next, so I know some of you might have already you will be using the dollars within your formulas. So this cell references will let you know where to use dollars, where you should not. So how it has to be applied in your formulas. These things will be taught to you in the fourth chapter. So next, let me take you to this fifth one. See, in detail, we'll be working on all these different types of functions that are available to us. So you should understand one thing over here. So we have chosen a set of generalized function, guys. So it's not something customized to a particular department people like financial or statistical or engineering formulas. We are not concentrating on those things, not specific, but the formulas that we have chosen to teach is generalized and it is very much necessary for reporting purpose. So whatever kind of reports that you're going to prepare using Excel, so functions like SUMIF, COUNTIF, so VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP. So there are some of the new functions that have been included in 2019 in Office 365. We'll be discussing those functions as well. Okay, so this is how the files are designed. Okay, this is how the files are designed. We will be training you on the same files and we will share these files, the unsolved versions to you for your practice. Once the session is done, after every session, we'll be sharing the video as well as the material to you, the unsolved ones. So we expect you to work on these things and get back to us if you have any doubts. Okay, so these are some of the formulas that we have. So let me show you other things. See, this is again for the date formulas. I'm just showing you how exactly the material is designed for your working purpose. So we'll learn each formula one by one with an example, how to use it. So again, this comes under basic part only. Okay, so next, after these formulas, we'll be covering up so different types of errors that might occur once you use formulas. So you ought to see some errors when you work on formulas. So how to deal with it, how to avoid those errors. So what to do to mitigate that errors. Everything will be taught to you in this chapter. Okay. So next we'll be teaching you how to apply this go to special, and there are some features like formula auditing and formula view. So let me give you one single example of it. So this topic is not much familiar with the all the participants over here. So I'd just like to show you one example of it. There are many features like this. We'll be discussing these things as well. So if I have a cell with a formula like this, see I've got some formula over here. I would like to see step-by-step calculation of this. Let's say we'll go to formulas tab. So we have an entire section over here. So this group, formula auditing, we'll go to evaluate formula. See this option we can use to evaluate step by step how exactly we arrived at this result exactly. So you can see here how to look at it one step at a time, how exactly it is being calculated, so that in case you have any errors that are being occurring, so you can go and check
Omar,
it.
एक मिनट यार.
Okay, so
इशारा सा.
So next, see this is one example I gave you. So there are so many other options that are available to us, so many other commands in the same group. We will be discussing all those things in this chapter. Okay, so the next chapter has got sorting and, see, let me take this go to special. See, this is also one of the very fond of chapters, I can say, very useful ones. So let me show you one such example. There are many again. So we'll be teaching you in detail about all these things. See, suppose I want to select only numbers within this file or only text within this particular sheet that you're seeing. We can use the go to special option. We'll be using some shortcuts here to get to this window. So suppose I would like to choose only numbers, and that too constants. Constants in the sense there shouldn't be any formulas within those cells. I am just showing you one such option over here. So we'll be discussing all these that are available to us in this window. You see, so we can choose the numbers like this. So all this will be taught to you in this chapter. So the next one, see over here, see we have sorting and filtering techniques. So there are a lot of things to learn in sorting also. See, Excel will allow us to sort from top to bottom, that is row wise. It also allows us to sort the columns as well. So we'll see what are the different types of sorting that are available to us, how to sort by row, how to sort it by your own custom list. So you don't want to go by ascending or descending order, you want to sort it in your own order, let's say. So even those things are possible to us, possible to achieve in Excel. We'll be discussing all these things in this chapter, sorting techniques. And we also have another chapter known as advanced sorting techniques. It's a trick that we use, to insert a few blank rows. I can show you that quickly. So the trick, see, we need to first give serial numbers like this. So I'll be teaching you all these things in detail once you join the class, just showing you what all you can do once you master the options that are available to us in Excel. So now I'm doing a task to insert 3 blank rows after each row that has got data in it in this sheet. Let me select this. So we have data over here. I want 3 blank rows after each row over here. So what we can do is sort it. See, I'll go to the last column. So we got it so quickly. So these tricks will be shared with you. So what are the things that we are going to do here using sorting? And again, so in detail about filtering as well. We have a separate chapter on filtering also. Let me show you that. So you can see here. So the normal filters and advanced filters. So both are available. See, these are all the different types of filtering that you can perform within your data. How to use subtotals. So these type of filters you would have already used. So subtotals also, I guess, some of them who are already working in the reporting part on the reporting, so you might know these things as well, how to get the subtotals on the filtered data. So we'll be teaching you these things in the filtering techniques, and we also have the advanced filter techniques being used, and we have a separate chapter for that. We have that topic included. And in this part, see, again, we have conditional formatting. So how do we apply conditional formatting? So again, with formulas, with the predefined rules that we have, I just want to quickly share an example with you. What is conditional formatting? See, let's say I have some set of numbers here. Let's say and choose this. Okay, so within this range, I would like to highlight all those cells which has got values more than 1100 or 1200. I Let's say you can apply this on an entire range as well, a huge range of cells also you can apply it. I'm just showing you a simple example over here. So we'll be learning all these options that are available to us. So let me show you. Greater than, so my condition is about 1200. So you can also choose the format. So either the predefined ones, or you can go and provide your own format here. See, only those cells which are more than 1200, you can see they are colored in that way. This is one such example I gave you with conditional formatting. So you have a lot of examples to choose from. So let me show you something advanced that we have here. So you can see advanced conditional format. So let me give you one example of it. We have an entire chapter here to use it in so many different ways. Okay, so here I would like to highlight only cells with text. So we don't have any predefined formatting that is available to us. So you just have to provide a formula. I'm quickly showing what are the possibilities, what all you will be learning when you get to know how to apply conditional formatting. See here, I can say is text. So this function will test whether a given cell has got text in it. And if it is true, it will just color it with whatever format you provide. So I'll go here. I want it to be colored in this way, let's say. So you can see here all those cells will be colored. So wherever I give text, it gets colored. See, if I change this to a number, it will remove that formatting. So these things, all these things in detail will be taught to you in conditional formatting. Now, the next chapter that we have got here, so you can go applying and managing number formatting. So there are various types of number formatting that you can use to format your numbers. How exactly it has to look like. So I'll give a very simple example of that here. See, I'll show you. Let's say I have, let me consider the same cells. I would like to give some text along with it and still treat it as a number. See, I would like to provide a text. See, if I type it right after this number, it becomes a text. But I don't want it this way. I want it to be treated as a number even after I give a text after this. So again, this is one of the examples to provide the number formatting. So there are many like this. So we'll go to custom, we say is 0, and we'll provide a text. Let's say I'll give kilograms over here. So you can see here, we provided a text, but still it is going to be treated as a number. So how are you going to validate it? See, we can apply some math function like sum and check if it is working. So some function will consider only numbers to be added, not any text. So you can do such things. Suppose you have a date, let's say I'll give today's date. I want to only see the day part of it. Which weekday does this day fall on? I want to get the cell formatted in that way. So we can use number formats again. So I'm just showing you few examples. So we have many like this. Suppose today is Saturday. So I would like to show it like this. So if I go and change the date over here, say I'll change it to 7. So it will give me that day's weekday over here. So in the same manner, I could just display the year or month or the day part like just I did. So you can also format your timings as well in the same manner. So you will be taught all these things in the number formatting chapter. Okay. So next we have data tools. See, this very interesting chapter, and it allows us to explore all the quick fix options that we have got in Excel. So I'll show you this flash fill option. It's really interesting. So this is available to us somewhere in 2000 from 2013 version, not prior to that. See, I have got some data over here. Let's say like so I have some product names like this with the ID of the product. Suppose I would like to split them. So you will be using some formulas for it. So you don't have to go break your head and provide some formulas and get this done. So you have some very simple methods that are available to us in Excel, which makes our life easier. Suppose, see here, I would like to get only the IDs of the products that I have given. You have to just go and enter the example of it. One such example, how you want your data in the next column. And we have an option here in the data tab. It's known as flash fill. Just click on it. See, it works like a magic. So you will be taught all these options that are available to us in Excel. So very advanced things. Okay, so this flash fill is one such option I would like to share it with you. So there are so many other things like text to columns. Most of you would be already using this, and how to consolidate your data from various sheets and prepare a simple report quickly. Group and outline, how to group rows and columns. So when I say grouping, it's like this. You would like to group these columns. And you have, assuming you have a very huge data and you want to group them accordingly, we'll use this grouping and ungrouping options. So we have the same in data tab here. So if you just go click on group, it lets you group like this. So within this group, again, I want to prepare another small group. So it lets me do such things. So this option is really helpful to me. So whenever I have multiple rows and columns to be grouped, okay, instead of hiding and unhiding them manually, you could use these options. So we'll be teaching you these things in that chapter. So that is data tools, and you'll be learning all these options over there. So this part, so let me take this. See, validation. I think most of you already know how to create an in cell drop down. So let's say I would like to quickly create a list for these products that we have. So we have all such options in data validation. So you will be teaching you all those things in this chapter. Again, I'm trying to provide you one such example. So let's say I want to create a list in this cell, and the source that I choose would be this one. Okay, so that I'll get a list of these items in the list. Okay, I can go choose any product that I want to right from this list. So this is basically used to avoid any spelling mistakes or giving a different value for the same entity. So let's say I gave this list to enter the department names. So it would be really helpful because some people refer to a department as HR, human resource, HRD. See, for the same department, you have so many multiple names being used. So to process such data would be difficult. That's when you can use this list so that the user will go choose only what is available in the list and he or she doesn't enter it. Okay, we can make use of these options that are available to us in data validation. Again, in data validation, you have some predefined rules and also custom rules that you can provide. You can use some formulas to customize the validation that you want to provide on a cell. All these are covered up in this data validation chapter. And let me show you this comments chapter. This is also a very interesting one. See, in this chapter, we'll show you how to insert images in the comments. So comments are usually used for, they are utilized for providing some text, some note to the user, indicating some message there or some warning. For these things, we use comments. So some comments can also be used to insert images like this. So you will be taught all these things in the comments chapter. So let me take you to this part: charts and graphs, pivot tables, printing techniques. So again, these are extensively used parts in Excel. So for any reporting you require charts, we'll be covering all basic charts over here and few advanced charts I would like to share with you just to show you how it works. See, you will be taught how to build such dynamic charts. See, this chart allows us to choose a series. So I want to compare only profit and profit percentage over here. Only those two will be displayed. Or I I choose sales and profit. Only these two will be compared. So let's say I don't want this profit. Only sales has to be displayed. So it enables you to choose the series that you want to display on the chart. We have got three series here. Within these three, what you want to provide, what you want to compare on the chart. So you can change that dynamically. So we'll be teaching you these advanced charts and many more. Actually, I have taken only a few examples over here. So I'll show you one more chart of that kind. See over here, you can see so the type of quarters, if you choose a particular quarter, only that quarter data gets highlighted here. So how to create charts like this? So we'll be working on these things in the advanced charts. Okay. So next we have pivot tables. It's one of the important topics in Excel and most used ones. So, and it's a boon to so many of them who don't know and who are not well versed in formulas, I can say. It will help you quickly create, you know, charts, so pivot charts and pivot tables, summarize the data. It's very easy to summarize data if you're using pivot table. So, and also some additional features that have been included in the newer versions of Excel like Slicer and Timeline, how to insert those things. We'll be teaching you all that in this pivot table chapter. So we'll be also covering the data model part. So how to combine data from various sheets and using that, how to insert a pivot table, how to summarize data which is available on different sheets in the same workbook. So those things will be covered in pivot table. And finally, we have this printing techniques. So if at all you want to print your reports, so how to take care of headers, footers, setting margins. So what kind of page orientation you have to choose. So those things will be taught you in printing techniques. Okay. And we'll also be sharing you some Excel formula and keyboard shortcuts that are available to us. So we have prepared this for our students. Let me show you the file. See, these things will be taught to you. So you can go search for a particular formula by index, or you can sort it. So you can
One marriage program, ne? Yeah.
you can
15 days total.
so you can go here, choose any formula that you want, and you can say view. It will take you with examples how exactly that functions are used with an example. Everything is explained over here. So these kind of files will be shared with you. Okay. So you can also go back to the index page, and from here you can choose all those formulas that you would like to see, how exactly it is used and such things. So if this was all about Excel, see, if you are really well versed with Excel, you can also take up this macros and dashboard designing and reporting techniques. So you can achieve something like this. So let me show you. I would just like to show you some dashboard that we have prepared. Okay. So you can do such things using, so you can go here, based on the state you can filter your data and see how exactly it is changing. So for sales, for units, and the region that you choose. So different reports that you get. So you'll get these things. We'll be teaching you all these things as well, but this is available to you in now dashboard designing and automation techniques. So if you're really good at Excel, you can also take up macros and dashboard designing and prepare such reports. So I just showed you one example. So this is one such dashboard that I wanted to show you. So with all the button navigations that we have, okay, so you can learn all these things. So if you enroll for the course, so we'll be teaching you all these things, and we are professionals who are working on such projects. So it's not only a bookish knowledge that we have. So we'll be sharing our experiences whenever we'll teach you all these things. As and when you learn some topic, you can also share your own doubts within the class. So even the other students will know that scenario, if they, in case they encounter such a scenario, how to tackle that. So this kind of interactive classes is what we want to go about. Okay, so now I'm sorry I could not check your chats, so let me